Hello and welcome to 1969 Baseball. Today the Cubs are going to face the Braves for the final of 3 games between these two teams. The first 2 were split, and the rubber match is going to be contested today. The Cubs, for their part, are going to be sending starter Ken Holtzman out to the mound. He is making start number 11 with a 5-4 record, a 3.48 ERA, and a 1.22 WHIP. The Cubs lineup will include Gosger, Beckert, Williams, Santo, Blomberg, Hundley, Kessinger, Banks, and Holtzman batting 9th. The Braves are going to send Milt Pappas out to the mound. He's making start number 10 with a 5-3 record, 3.90 ERA, and a 1.33 WHIP. The Braves lineup will include Millen, Metzger, Carty, Aaron, Johnson, Boyer, Williams, Alou, and Pappas is going to be the number 9 batter. It is 58 degrees today at Wrigley Field, the wind blowing out to left at 10 mph. Probably going to favor the hitters today, but it is time to get this game underway. Ken Holtzman is out on the mound making his warm-up pitches as the Cubs take their defensive alignment to start out this game. Holtzman is on the mound to face Millen here in the top of the first inning. With a 1-1 count, Atlanta coming into this game with a 29-20 record, facing off with the Cubs, who are right at 500 at 25-25. The Braves are leading the National League West, for as much sense as that makes. Holtzman now on the mound delivering the 1-1 pitch, and there's a pop-up on the infield. Kessinger converging with Santo, calling him off to make the catch for out number 1. Metzger now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Metzger. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Metzger goes down swinging. And that'll bring up Carty with 2 outs and nobody on. Here is the first pitch to Carty. And there's a drive into the gap in right center field. That is going off the wall for extra bases. Chasing is Blomberg. He gets it back into the cutoff man. However, Carty is going to slide into second with a 2-out double. That'll bring up Hank Aaron. 2 outs, 1 man on, top of the first inning. Here's a 1-2 pitch, and Aaron grounds it over to third, short. The throw goes over to first, and that'll end the inning. The runner advanced to third. However, it was inconsequential as the force out ends the inning. We go now to the bottom of the first of a scoreless ball game. Gosger going to lead off against Pappas here in the bottom of the first inning. 1-2 is the count. Milt Pappas delivering the pitch. And Gosger is going to swing and miss for strike 3. He chased a low fastball there. Brings up Glenn Beckert. 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch to Beckert. Here it comes. Grounder up the middle. Shortstop has it. Throws over to first for out number 2. Next up is Billy Williams with 2 outs and nobody on. Pappas working with a full count. Here comes the pitch. Williams pops it up to left. That's going to be played on a hop, and Billy Williams will have a bloop single with 2 outs here in the first inning. That'll bring up Ron Santo. 2 outs, 1 man on. Pappas working against Santo with a 2-strike count, and that gets away. Williams is going to advance to second as a wild pitch goes to the backstop, and now the Cubs have go-ahead run in scoring position. Santo waiting for the full count pitch, and he's going to pop it up in foul territory. Chasing is the catcher, and the catch is made for out number 3. So the Cubs strand a runner. We go to the top of the second of a 0-0 tie. Johnson facing Holtzman here in the top of the second inning. 1-ball count. Here comes the pitch, and a grounder toward short. Kessinger has it. He throws to first for out number 1. Next up is Clete Boyer with 1 out, nobody on. 2-strike count. Here is the pitch and a grounder up the middle. Kessinger dives for this one, and it gets by him into center field. Are they going to rule that a infield single, it looks like? So Clete Boyer with the 1-out single is on first, and it brings up Earl Williams. 1 out, 1 man on. 1-2 is the count. Holtzman delivers the pitch, and that is strike 3 called. So second out of the inning, is strikeout number 2 on the day for Ken Holtzman. And now Alou is the batter with 2 outs and a runner on first. We're going to throw over to first just to keep him honest. And now Holtzman will face Alou with 2 outs and 1 man on. Full count pitch and a swing and a miss for strike 3. The 3rd strikeout of the day for Holtzman is the 3rd out of the 2nd inning. We go to the bottom of the 2nd of a scoreless tie. Next up is Blomberg for the Cubs with nobody out, nobody on. Classic leadoff situation here with a 1-1 count. Blomberg pops it up to left center field. Chasing is the left fielder, and he will make the catch for out number 1. Randy Hundley now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 count to Randy Hundley. And he drives that one to the gap in left center field. That's going all the way to the wall. Hundley rounding first, heading for second. He is going to slide into second with a double. And now the Cubs have a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the 2nd inning. Next up is going to be Don Kessinger. Oh, did Ken Holtzman get hurt? He is injured. That's not good. We're going to have to warm up a reliever. I'm glad I caught that. Who are we going to warm up in this situation? We need Bob Meyer, I guess, is going to be the guy that's going to get warmed up. Because we need somebody to chew up some innings here in the middle of this ball game. All right, Pappas now facing Kessinger. Bottom of the 2nd with 1 out and a runner on second. Here's a 2-2 count. And the pitch and a grounder up the middle. The shortstop has it. He throws over to first, gets him by a step for out number 2. Hundley advancing to third on that play, and Ernie Banks now is the batter. 2 outs and a runner 90 feet away. Here is the first pitch to Ernie Banks. That is an intentional walk for ball 4. So now we see that we're going to send a pinch hitter up. That is going to be Wes Parker. He is going to come up with 2 outs and runners on the corners here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Parker facing Pappas with a 1-2 count. Here is the pitch to Parker, and he's going to swing and miss for strike 3, so that will end the inning. We go to the top of the 3rd. The Cubs strand 2. It is a 0-0 tie. Now, Parker is actually going to stay in this game and play first base, and Meyer will be brought in to pitch. And we need him to soak up some middle innings here in this relief appearance. The lefty Meyer is going to start out by facing the opposing pitcher, Milt Pappas, here in the top of the 3rd inning. 1-2 is the count. Meyer looking to deliver the pitch, and strike 3 is called on the outside corner, so Pappas strikes out to lead off the inning. Next up is Millen. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. And he swings and misses for strike 3. That was a fastball at 96. Just blew it right by him, up and in. Metzger now is the batter. With 2 outs and nobody on. 2-strike count. Here's the pitch and a grounder over to third. Santo has it. He throws to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the 3rd of a scoreless tie. Gosger leading off against Pappas here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-1 is the count. Gosger's going to loop that one over the first baseman's head into right field. That'll be a leadoff single for Jim Gosger. So now Gosger is on first, and Johnson, yeah, he's so good at, we're not even going to waste our time with that. However, Glenn Beckert is now the batter. With Gosger on first and nobody out, we're going to ask Beckert to lay down a bunt right here. Here's the 2-1 count. Beckert lays down the bunt. He stabs at it and misses. All right, so now it's a 2-strike count, and I guess we're going to have him swing away. 2-2 count. Beckert grounds it over to third. The throw goes to second. No relay to first, however, as the double play is broken up by Jim Gosger. Now the Cubs have a runner on first and 1 out, and Billy Williams is the next batter. 2-2 count. Billy Williams grounds it over to second. The throw goes to short. The relay to first. And on the second attempt, the Braves do, in fact, turn the double play. 4-6-3 to end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the top of the 4th of a scoreless ball game. Meyer coming out to face the 3, 4, and 5 batters in the Braves lineup here in the top of the 4th inning. 1 strike count, Meyer delivering the pitch. Grounder over to first. Gosger has it. He flips to the pitcher covering, and that is out number 1. Next up, Hank Aaron with 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball count. Meyer delivers. There's a drive. Left field looks deep enough. It's going to be into the basket for a home run. 387 feet to left field, and the Braves now have a 1-0 lead. That is home run number 17 on the season for Hank Aaron. Johnson now the batter, facing Meyer with 1 out and nobody on. Here's the 1 strike count and the pitch. Grounder up the middle. Kessinger dives. He has it. No throw over to first, however, as he was out of time. And then infield single for Ron Johnson. It brings up Clete Boyer. 1 out, 1 man on. 1-1 is the count, and a grounder to second. This time the relay to short, but no throw to first, so the double play is not executed. Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite the Cubs. So now 2 outs and the runner on first, and Earl Williams is the next batter for the Braves. Top of the 4th inning, 1 run is already in. Here's the 2-1 count and the pitch. And a pop-up to right. Routine as Blomberg heads to his right and makes the catch to end the inning. So the Braves strand a runner. They score 1 on the Aaron home run. We go to the bottom of the 4th of a 1-0 ball game. Santo will lead off against Pappas here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2 ball count, and Santo grounds it over to second. The throw goes to first, and that'll be out number 1. Ron Blomberg now the batter with 1 out and nobody on. Pappas facing Blomberg with 1 ball count. Here's the pitch. And a drive to the gap in right center field. That's going all the way to the wall. Blomberg is going to have extra bases. He slides into second with a 1 out double. So the Cubs are in business here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Down by 1, tying runners in scoring position. Randy Hundley is now the batter. 1 out. Pappas working with a 1 ball count. Here's the pitch to Hundley. There's a grounder to short. He looks the runner back and throws over to first for out number 2. Next up will be Kessinger with 2 outs and a runner on second. Cubs trying to tie this ball game up here in the 4th inning. Here's a 2-2 count and the pitch to Kessinger, and that's lined into left center field. That's going to drive in the run. Blomberg rounding third and heading home. Kessinger with the RBI double makes this a 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the 4th inning. And next up will be the pitcher Meyer, who will be allowed to bat for himself. With 2 outs and the runner on second, Meyer needs to help us soak up some more innings here. 1-2 is the count, and Meyer grounds it to short. The throw goes over to first, and the throw goes away. The run is going to score. The shortstop's throw goes over into the dugout, and the Cubs now have a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. So Meyer, the recipient of some shoddy defense, is now standing on second base, and Wes Parker is the next batter. 2 outs and the runner on second. Here's the 1 ball count and the pitch to Parker, and he's going to drive that one into right field. That's another base hit. The runner is rounding third and heading home. The throw comes home. The slide, and he is safe. So Meyer scores, RBI single for Wes Parker, and the Cubs now have a 3-1 lead. Jim Gosger is the next batter. With Parker on first and 2 outs, Pappas really struggling to get the 3rd out here in the 4th inning. 2-2 is the count, and Gosger's going to pop it up on the infield. Third baseman coming in, he calls off the catcher and puts it away to end the inning. The Cubs score 3 times and take a 3-1 lead now into the top of the 5th inning. And Meyer coming out for inning of work number 3 here in the top of the 5th inning. He's going to face Felipe Alou to lead off for the Braves in the top of the 5th. 2 strike count, Meyer delivering the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Alou had no chance at that slider. Milt Pappas now is the batter. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Pappas, and he's going to ground that one to third. Diving is Santo. He makes the play. He throws it away over at first. And the runner is going to advance to second, so an error for each team now. And the Braves now have a runner on second with 1 out, and Millen is the next batter. Meyer working with a 1-ball count. And there's a grounder to short. Kessinger looks the runner back to second, throws over to first, and that'll be 2 outs in the inning. So next up is Metzger with 2 outs and 1 man on. Meyer facing Metzger with a 2-strike count. Here's the pitch. Grounder over to second. Beckert has it. He throws to first, and that'll end the inning. So the error, fortunately, does not cost the Cubs a run. We go to the bottom of the 5th of a 3-1 ball game. Glenn Beckert going to lead off for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Full count pitch. Pappas looking to deliver, and there's a grounder up the middle. Shortstop has it. He throws over to first, and it's out number 1. Next up is Billy Williams with 1 out and nobody on. 1-ball count to Billy Williams, and he's going to ground it to short. Another attempt for the shortstop. He throws to first, and that is out number 2. Ron Santo now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch to Ron Santo. Here it comes. Grounder over to first. This time the first baseman picks it up, steps on the base, and ends the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go to the top of the 6th of a 3-1 ball game. Bob Meyer coming back out to face the Braves lineup here in the top of the 6th inning. With a 1-strike count, Meyer delivers the pitch. Grounder over to third. Santo with the hot shot throws it over to first for out number 1. Aaron now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 3-0 count. Aaron waiting for the pitch. And that is outside for ball 4. So Meyer was not going to give in and allow Aaron to hit another home run. Johnson now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. 2-2 count. And that one gets away. The ball rolls to the backstop, and Aaron is going to advance to second on the wild pitch. So now a full count to Johnson with 1 out. Here is the pitch. And ball 4, so 2 consecutive walks leads off the inning. And now it's time to warm up a different reliever. So in this case, we are going to warm up Bates. Gosh, we just don't have a lot of great options here. If we need to get out of this inning, I feel like that Edmondson, but he's only at 47%. We're going to warm up Edmondson in case we need to get out of this inning. So Meyer now facing Boyer with 1 out, runners on first and second. Top of the 6th inning, Cubs up by 2. Here's a 2-2 count and a grounder towards second base. Beckert has it. He throws to first, and the throw is late. So an infield single is going to load the bases for the Braves. And we're going to visit the mound. So Meyer has walked 2, given up an infield single, and now Earl Williams is the batter. 1 out, bases loaded, top of the 6th inning. Here's a 2-strike count and a grounder through the gap into center field. He punched it through the drawn-in infield. 2 runs are going to score. Williams has an RBI single, and now this game is tied up at 3. And now Edmondson is ready to come in and pitch. So Edmondson will be brought in relief of Meyer with 1 out and 2 men on. Alou is the next batter. Top of the 6th inning. Edmondson looking to deliver the pitch. And here it comes. And there's a liner into center field. That's another base hit. The throw comes to the cutoff man. The Braves will stop the runner at third. And now the bases are loaded again, and Milt Pappas is the batter. With 1 out and the bases loaded, Edmondson working for the Cubs. Here's a 2-2 count, infield drawn in, and strike 3 is called. So the pitcher strikes out looking. The infield goes back to regular depth, and Felix Millen is the next batter. In a 3-3 tie here in the top of the 6th inning, the bases are still loaded. Edmondson working with a 1-ball count. Here is the pitch to Millen, and there's a grounder over to third. Picked up by Santo. He throws to first, and that'll end the inning. So Edmondson gets out of the jam. We go to the bottom of the 6th of a 3-3 tie. And now we're going to warm up a different reliever for the 7th inning, which is going to be Jim Britton. Now, Blomberg is coming up to lead off for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pappas still working for the Braves. He's on the mound in this 3-3 tie. Here's a 3-1 count and the pitch. And there's a pop-up to right. Coming in fast as the right fielder. Aaron will make the catch for out number 1. Randy Hundley now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 3-0 count. Pappas delivers the pitch. Ball 4. Randy Hundley draws the walk. He heads down to first. And now Don Kessinger is the batter. With 1 out and 1 man on. Kessinger is going to be looking. Are we going to ask him to lay down the bunt here? I don't think so. We need to let Kessinger swing away. However, Hundley at first is, I'm just afraid he's going to get doubled off. We'll see what happens here. So a full count pitch. Kessinger waiting. And there's a pop-up on the infield. The shortstop heading over calls off the third baseman and puts it away for out number 2. And now the pitcher's spot comes up, and we're going to send up a pinch hitter. In this case, it is going to be Rick Blatt. Blatt comes up to pinch hit. He is 5 for 17 on the season. Pinch hitting against Milt Pappas with a runner on first and 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's a full count pitch. Blatt waiting. And he drives that one into left field, going back and playing it on the hop as left fielder. Hundley rounds second. He's heading for third. And a 2-out single gives the Cubs the go-ahead run on 90 feet away. And Wes Parker is the next batter. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Pappas facing Parker here in the bottom of the 6th. Tie ball game. Here is the first pitch. And a drive into left. Coming in, however, is the left fielder Carty. This time he's going to make the play to end the inning. So the Cubs leave 2. We go to the top of the 7th of a 3-3 tie. And Britton now will be brought in for the Cubs. He will still bat in that number 8 spot. Britton is going to face Metzger, Carty, and Aaron here in the top of the 7th inning. With a 1-1 count, Britton looking to deliver the pitch. Here's the sign and the delivery, and a grounder over to second. Becker has it. He throws to first. That is going to be out number 1. Next up is Carty. Britton has a 2-1 record with 30 2/3 innings thrown, 12 walks, 17 strikeouts, and a 2.35 ERA. Britton working to Carty with a 1-2 count. Here comes the next pitch, and that's strike 3 called. The changeup freezes him, and now Britton is hurt. So now we have to warm up another reliever. Okay. Well, the next guy out of the bullpen is probably going to have to be Bates. Although I don't know how much I like that plan. No, we're going to bring in Hamilton out of the bullpen. I know he's not actually going to be warmed up, but we're going to put him into pitch. So, the lefty Hamilton will be brought out to face the righty Hank Aaron here in the top of the 7th inning with 2 outs and nobody on. A 1-strike pitch. And here is the delivery to Hank Aaron. And there's a pop-up to right. Adjusting is Blomberg to his right. He makes the catch to end the inning. So the Braves do not score. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch here at Wrigley Field. Jim Gosger coming to lead off for the Cubs in the bottom of the 7th inning. He is 1 for 3 on the day. In a 3-3 tie, Cubs looking to take the lead here with a 2-2 count. Gosger is waiting for the pitch. Pappas looking for the sign and delivering, and Gosger pops it up on the infield. Coming in is the shortstop. He calls off the second baseman and makes the catch for out number 1. Glenn Beckert on the batter with 1 out and nobody on. Here is the pitch to Glenn Beckert, and he's going to ground this one over to second. The throw goes to first, and that's out number 2. Next up, Billy Williams with 2 outs and nobody on. A 1-ball count. Pappas delivering to Williams, and he's going to ground it to second. The throw goes to first, and 4-3 is the putout to end the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go to the top of the 8th of a 3-3 tie. Hamilton continuing to work here for the Cubs in the top of the 8th inning with a 2-0 count. Delivering the pitch to Don Johnson. Here it comes. Pop up to center field. Coming in fast is Gosger. He is on the run. He looks up and catches it for out number 1. Cleet Boyer now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. A 1-strike count to Cleet Boyer. Here's the pitch. Grounder in front of the plate. The catcher, Hundley, has it. He throws down to first, and that is out number 2. Earl Williams now is the batter. He is 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. He tied up this game in the 6th inning. Williams facing Hamilton with 2 outs and nobody on. A 2-2 count. Hamilton delivering the pitch. And a pop-up in foul territory. The catcher, Hundley, chasing. He gives way to the first baseman, Parker, who makes the catch and ends the inning. We go now to the bottom of the 8th of a 3-3 tie. And Cecil Upshaw is going to be the new reliever for the Braves. He comes in with a 4-5 record, 35 1/3 innings thrown, 16 walks, 22 strikeouts, and a 2.80 ERA. Upshaw will face Santo, Blomberg, and Hundley here in the bottom of the 8th inning. With a 1-2 count, Santo is waiting for the pitch. And here it comes. Check swing, strike 3. That'll be out number 1 in this 8th inning. And Blomberg now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Blomberg, and he's going to drive that one against the shift down in the left field corner. Blomberg is heading for extra bases. He is going to cruise into second with a stand-up double with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. And now, Upshaw will face Hundley, who is 1 for 2 on the day. With 1 out, the go-ahead run in scoring position. We're also going to warm up Brewer. So Hundley facing Upshaw. Cubs trying to break this 3-3 tie. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Hundley. And he swings and misses for strike 3. That was outside the zone, and he chased it anyway. And now Kessinger's the batter with 2 outs and the runner on second. Here comes the full count pitch to Kessinger, and a grounder to short. Picked up and thrown over to first, which will end the inning. So the Cubs strand a runner. We go to the top of the 9th of a 3-3 tie. Brewer is ready. We're going to set him back down for the moment. Hamilton is going to work to a Lou to lead off the 9th inning for the Braves. Here's a 1-2 count. Hamilton looking to deliver the pitch. And a grounder to short. Kessinger has it. He throws to first for out number 1. Excuse me. Next up, Jim Hickman. With 1 out and nobody on. Hickman waiting for the 1-1 pitch. And a pop-up to left. Chasing is Billy Williams toward the line. He puts his glove up and puts it away for out number 2. Millen now the batter. With 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a 1-2 ball count. Here comes the pitch to Millen. And that's a drive into center field. Chasing is Gosger. He dives and makes the catch to end the inning. So the Braves go down in order with a fine defensive effort by Jim Gosger. We go to the bottom of the 9th of a 3-3 tie. And now Hamilton leading off for the Cubs, but he's going to be pinch hit for. And the pinch hitter, excuse me, I guess the first pinch hitter of the inning is going to be the Cubs' Al Montriel. He is going to come up from the right side against the righty Upshaw here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Montriel 4 for 14 so far on the season. He is waiting for the first pitch from Upshaw. And here it comes. And a grounder towards short. Picked up and thrown over to first. That is out number 1. Next up, Wes Parker with 1 out and nobody on. Upshaw facing Parker with a 1-2 count. Here is the pitch to Parker. And he's going to line that one into center field. That'll be a base hit. Parker will stop at first with a single. So the Cubs have the winning run on base with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. Parker, not exactly a threat to run, is going to be pinch run for by Herm Hill. And now the Cubs are also going to make sure that Jim Brewer is up and ready to pitch. So Cecil Upshaw is not very good at holding runners. We're going to see if we can take advantage of that here in this at-bat. Upshaw facing Gosger with 1 out and a runner on first. Swinging away at the first pitch. Hill is the pinch runner. Upshaw throws over to first, and Hill dives back safely. So now, Upshaw facing Gosger. Excuse me. And another pickoff attempt. He dives back easily for that one. Upshaw now facing Gosger. We're going to get a pitch this time. Yeah, we get a foul ball on a curveball. So a 1-strike count. And Gosger is going to face Upshaw. We're going to put on the run and hit. Well, let's see here. We'll swing away, see what they do. That's inside. That was a changeup. So now with a 1-1 count, what do we expect is going to happen here? This is probably the spot to steal. If we think we can pull it off, the run and hit is going to be the play. Here comes the pitch, and a grounder in foul territory. So that is going to be a 1-2 count, and now Gosger is going to be protecting with 2 strikes. Hill still over on first. We're going to put on the run and hit again, and the ball is inside. The throw goes down to second, and Johnson throws him out. So now, with a 2-2 count, gosh, I really thought he was going to have that. All right, so Gosger facing Upshaw with a 2-2 count and 2 outs. And there's a grounder over to third, picked up and thrown over to first, which will end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the top of the 10th of a 3-3 ball game. And now Brewer will be brought into the game. Let's see here. We need a new first baseman. Montreal does not play first base, but I believe Matt Alexander does. Yes. So we're going to have, does Felsky play first? Oh, Felsky even plays first. That's even better. So Felsky is going to come into the game. He's going to play first base. And Brewer, the pitcher, will come into the number 9 spot. And he will, in fact, pitch. So now Brewer is going to face a pinch hitter, the lefty Darrell Evans for the Braves here in the top of the 10th inning. Brewer delivering the first pitch, and that is, I believe that was ball 1. We still have this on 1-pitch mode. No, that was called a strike. All right, so Brewer now working with a 1-2 count. He has 6 saves on the season, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Brewer strikes out the first batter he faces. It brings up Ron Carty. 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch, Brewer delivering. And there's a check swing strike 3 for out number 2. So now Hank Aaron, the batter, with 2 outs and nobody on. Aaron already has a home run in today's game. And to me, I just don't think you lose this game to Hank Aaron. We intentionally walk him, put him on first, and let Brewer face literally anybody else in the Braves lineup. We're going to face Johnson here with 2 outs and 1 man on. Here's a 2-strike count. And Brewer gets him to swing and miss at the fastball for strike 3. So the 10th inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 10th of a 3-3 tie. And now Glenn Beckert is going to lead off as the Cubs send the 2-3-4 batters up in the lineup here in the bottom of the 10th inning. First pitch to Glenn Beckert. And there's a grounder to short. Picked up and thrown over to first. That's going to be out number 1. Next up is Billy Williams with 1 out and nobody on. Upshaw continuing to work with a 1-2 count. Here is the delivery and a grounder over to first. This time Hickman has it. He steps on the base for out number 2. Santo now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Upshaw working with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch to Santo. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that'll end the inning. We go to the top of the 11th of a 3-3 tie. Next up is Clete Boyer. Brewer facing Boyer in the top of the 11th with a 2-2 count. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Brewer with strikeout number 4 now is going to face Garrett. The pinch hitter Adrian Garrett comes up for the Braves with 1 out in the top of the 11th. A 2-2 count. And Garrett waiting for the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's strikeout number 5 for Brewer. And that'll bring up Alou with 2 outs and nobody on. A 2-2 count. Brewer looking to deliver. And a pop-up on the infield. Santo goes over, he calls off Kessinger, and he drops it. Santo drops it, and Alou is safe at first on the error. Now Jim Hickman is the batter with 2 outs and the runner on first. Here comes the pitch to Jim Hickman. And a pop up to second base. This time Beckert has it. He puts it away to end the inning. So fortunately, the Cubs are not hurt by the error. We go to the bottom of the 11th of a 3-3 tie. Ron Blomberg is going to lead off for the Cubs against Claude Raymond out of the Braves bullpen here in the 11th inning. Raymond has thrown 11 2/3 innings, walked 6, struck out 2, and has a 3.09 ERA. Blomberg waiting for the 2-2 pitch. Raymond looking for the sign. And here is the delivery. And there's a liner into left field. That is going to be a base hit. So Blomberg stopping at first with a single. And the Cubs have the leadoff man on base here in the bottom of the 11th inning. Hundley now the batter. He is 1 for 3 today. He is going to be asked to lay down a bunt in this situation. 1 strike count, and there's the sacrifice, and he pops it up. Hundley pops up the bunt. The catcher, Johnson, comes out and grabs it for the first out of the inning. So now Kessinger is the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. A 1 strike count. Kessinger waiting for the pitch. There's a drive. Deep right field, going back is Aaron toward the wall, and he'll have room to make the catch for out number 2. And now Felsky is the batter with 2 outs and a runner on first. Felsky is waiting for the first pitch from Raymond, and he pops that one up down the right field line. Aaron chasing toward the stands, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs strand a runner, they do not score. We go to the top of the 12th of a 3-3 ball game, and we're going to have to warm up another reliever. This time it's going to be Dick Bates. So in the 12th inning, we're going to visit the mound. Bates is warming up. Brewer is going to face Millen on the top of the Braves lineup in the top of the 12th inning. Here's a 2-1 count. And here comes the pitch. A grounder over to third. Santo has it. He throws to first, and that is out number 1. Brewer now will face Sonny Jackson with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 2-strike count. Brewer looking to deliver the pitch. And a grounder towards short. Kessinger has this one, and he throws it away. The runner is going to be safe on second. That is the 3rd error of this game for the Cubs. So now the Braves have the go-ahead run in second base, and Ron Carty is the batter, and now Bates will be brought in to pitch. We're going to have to do another double switch here. Bates is going to come in and bat 7th, and Matt Alexander will come in to play short, which I assume, yes, he knows how to do. Matt Alexander is going to play short and lead off the next half inning. So Bates facing Carty with 1 out and the runner on second here in the top of the 12th inning. Here's the first pitch from Dick Bates. And there's a pop-up to right. Coming in is Blomberg. He has a line on it, and he puts it away for out number 2. And now Hank Aaron is going to earn himself another intentional walk, as we're going to put him on first, which will set up the force and bring up the catcher Johnson, who is 1 for 4 today. With 2 outs and 2 men on, Bates working with a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch, and a pop-up on the infield. First baseman goes over. Felsky makes the catch to end the inning. So the Braves strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 12th of a 3-3 tie. And now Matt Alexander, who is 1 for 3 on the season, is going to lead off against Claude Raymond here in the bottom of the 12th inning. With a 1-2 count, and Alexander takes strike 3 looking. So Jim Gosger now is the batter. He is 1 for 5 on the day. With 1 out, nobody on. Raymond working with a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Liner into right field. That is going to be a single. Gosger stopping at first with a base hit and brings up Glenn Beckert. 1 out, 1 man on. Beckert facing Raymond with a 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch to Glenn Beckert, and he pops that one up on the infield. The shortstop going over. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 2. So Billy Williams now the batter with 2 outs and the runner on first. Billy Williams with the 1-1 count, waiting for the pitch. And Williams drives it into center field. That's going to be a base hit. Rounding second and heading for third is Gosger. He's going to slide in safely. So Billy Williams keeps the Cubs alive as that puts runners on the corners with 2 outs, and Ron Santo is the batter. He is 0 for 5 today. A base hit can win this ball game. Santo facing Raymond in the bottom of the 12th with a 2-0 count. Here comes the pitch to Santo, and he drives that one into left. Is that going to drop in? That is going to be caught for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Cubs strand 2. We go to the top of the 13th inning of a 3-3 tie. And now Bates is going to face Boyer in the top of the 13th inning. 1-2 count. Bates looking to deliver the pitch. And the swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him to chase the curveball down and away. And now Tito Francona is the batter with 1 out and nobody on. 2-0 count. Bates delivering. And a liner into center field. Gosger is chasing. He gets there and he puts it away for out number 2. Alou now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-ball count. Here is the pitch to Felipe Alou, and that's a liner in the right. That is going to be a 1-out single, a 2-out single, for Felipe Alou. He stops at first, and it brings up Jim Hickman. 2 outs and 1 man on. Bates facing Hickman with a 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch, and a liner in right field for another base hit. Blomberg catches it. He throws to first, and they get the runner. Did they retire him? No, he just gets it back in. They tried to throw it behind the runner at first, but Hickman retreats easily. So now Millen is the batter with 2 outs and runners on the corners. Bates trying to escape the 13th inning unscathed. Here is the first pitch to Millen, and a grounder to short. Picked up by Alexander. He throws to second, which will end the inning. So the Braves strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 13th inning of a 3-3 tie. And now Blomberg is going to lead off for the Cubs here in the 13th against the new Brave reliever, Ken Johnson. He's thrown 24 2/3 innings of 3.28 ERA baseball, and Blomberg's going to line that one into right for a leadoff single. So Blomberg stopping at first, and Johnson is still... We have a battery of Johnson and Johnson here again today. Randy Hundley now the batter, with nobody out and the runner on first. Hundley waiting for the full count pitch. And that is outside for ball 4, so Randy Hundley draws the walk. And now the Cubs have nobody out, runners on first and second, and the pitcher Bates is the batter in. He is going to be asked to lay down the sacrifice. Let's see if he can execute this successfully. Here is the pitch. The bunt is popped up again. The lack of execution is just killing the Cubs here today. Another popped up bunt. Now Felsky is the batter. So with 1 out and runners on first and second, Felsky facing Johnson here in the bottom of the 13th inning. We are going to swing away with a 1-strike count. And there's a liner into center field. That is going to be caught, however. And Alou making the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. And now Matt Alexander is the batter with 2 outs and 2 men on. Alexander facing Johnson. Here comes the first pitch. And he lines that one into center field. I believe that's going to drop in. Blomberg rounding third. He's heading home. The throw comes home. And Blomberg is safe. And the Cubs are victorious 4-3 in 13 innings. Matt Alexander with the game-winning RBI single in the 13th inning, giving the Cubs a 4-3 lead. So the Cubs getting 4 runs on 14 hits with 3 errors. The Braves 3 runs on 9 hits with 1 error. The player of today's game is the Cubs' Ron Blomberg. He went 4 for 6 and scored 2 runs in this ball game. So Holtzman was injured while pitching. Britton was injured while pitching. I don't know. We don't have an update on either of them just yet. Britton also out, unknown. All right, so the Cubs improved to 26 and 25, while the Braves dropped to 29 and 21. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.